So bad. I can't wait for the end game when we are actually fighting the real Jotun warriors. No, when we are fighting the fire giants. It's gonna be so bad because they hit just about as hard, but a lot faster. And they are actually more numerous as well. So that's gonna be annoying as fuck. And yeah, those guys, even without the energy, they're just hitting so hard. Like, I can't even block all of the damage. And like I said, undead workers. Undead ones. Not the living ones. The living ones are shit. Nah, I mean, the living ones are okay, but they're not really particularly needed. Also, this one at least did lose its weapon effect. So, I mean, I guess it's doing a little bit that I'm taking all of the energy. Also, they are the only ones, the only monsters that have a real death animations apart from boss monsters. What exactly are you doing? You don't have to bow before me. That's not really necessary, no. I mean, I appreciate the gesture, but... I mean, if there's any way that I want to be greeted by enemies, it would be probably ass up. Also, that is a synergy that I have not realized beforehand. I have life leech and energy leech with those masteries. I mean, there's life and energy leech in just this... in just this one one skill. Let me just put in another quote here. That's a good one at least. Much better than the other one that I thought I would have for this. There should have been another... Sorry, I had to think this one out. What I actually said. Because it's a streamer's disease that you constantly forget what you have been saying. But yeah, there should have been... There should have been another S joke. Also, I don't know what this one is. Goey, stonemason. I don't know, dude, what you are. You're completely useless, right? I don't know what this interaction is. Like, I mean, yeah, it would be cool if there was more of it. But because this is literally the only one of that kind, I'm so unnerved by it. Because, like, oh, there must be something special here with this, right? I mean, it can't be that this is the only one. Okay, you go down. So there's the other one. See, here is enemies. Here it's not friendly lovey-dovey. So I'm not quite sure what to make out of the other room. Where it is literally just a guy standing in there telling you, yeah, please don't hurt me, I guess. Yeah, no, I didn't really plan to. Okay. Here. And I'm also leeching some life of you. I hope you enjoyed it. That's such a nice synergy though. We are leeching life, we are leeching energy. All at the same time. And then we are doing vitality damage. It does work together quite nicely. Every one of those had a greater health potion to drop. Very well. Okay, we are almost through here as well. We are already so far in. Just one more bending. One more ass bending and then we're actually close. And I still am about to get my artifact, so I think this is fine. Maybe we are even gonna get something useful, huh? 15 elemental, 19 armor. Okay. Good try. Good try if nothing else. Not really needed. Oh yeah, this one I kept. I actually wanted to look for this one. I have with this one 10% less damage from giants. I'm almost thinking I should probably wear this for the upcoming boss fight, but like it's literally, this is the only one that is against a giant. Because, well, I mean, he should actually be the same as the fire giant. Like, he is just the ice version of it. So I'm actually not quite sure. He should not be a different kind of enemy compared to the fire giant, to Sutor. But Sutor is a deity. Okay, so we are gonna make one here. I actually... Whoopsin. Oh, yeah, there's the second guy. I was wondering about that dude. Really? Okay, some ice damage. I mean, literally, that is now my highest one, so... It literally doesn't matter. Yeah, now you as well. So this one is a giant. Term, which is an ice giant, yes. But Sutor is a fire giant. So Sutor should not be different. Also, I forgot that he locks me in. I should probably do this. And we collectively should probably do that. Yeah, you as well. You very puny. Oh, fuck. Dude. Thank you very much. I am so sorry. My Ether Lord here is actually using all of his energy. That's quite impressive, if nothing else. Okay. Yeah, use the axe. I don't know what the deal with this boss is, by the way. Because he is the second easiest boss apart from the Apart from the one that I actually told you about as the easiest one at the end of Egypt, he is just like, yeah, he does a huge amount of damage. Like, look at this. Okay, look at it when he doesn't miss. 500. So when he actually crits, he crits for 1,000. Which is nice. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, that's damage. But he is so slow. I mean, even in super speed, like even in 150, I'm not quite sure. Look how slow he actually falls. Oh, and you are instantly vanishing, unlike them. Perfect. I'm just not quite sure what the deal with this one is. He's just, even compared to the other bosses around here, he's just nothing. Let's take the flaming sacks as well. Don't worry, I am able to. Asgard? No, Darklands. Let's go to Darklands. Deliver the meat. Deliver my meat of Valhalla. The drink of the Einherjar from the udder of Heldrun. Good girl, Heldrun. Also good thing that she has so many others. Did you really have to spawn one of those? Yeah, well, that's what you get from it. I'm just gonna suck you dry. Actually, we can do the boss fight here again. I mean, while I still have my arm guards.
You really made it.
I really made it. Yeah, everything is worse nowadays. Just get used to it. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep those. But I do wanna keep that. Okay. Interesting. That's some interesting drops. Some life leech, some energy drain. That's actually super interesting. Life leech and energy drain with 50% of lost energy as damage. That's I need to keep this one. I need to keep this one just because I just mentioned it. Hey, we have life leech, we have energy drain. It's the only reason. God damn it. It's so stupid. Yeah, let's make a leech build. Like, just completely all leech. This one even has a little bit of confusion. Yeah, all leech and stuns. We need all of the stuns. Stun retaliation, stuns from attacks, and life and energy leech. With energy leech as damage. That will be the stupidest build yet. And yeah, let's make good use of our armor, of our arm guards, and defeat the big bad beast again. I think that's nice. Close enough. Oh, Master Forge. There we go. There's one. Not, well, obviously not as good as I hoped it would be, but pretty close. Pretty close. I mean, that I found one anyways, or even found one is already more than I can just hope for, right? let's look at it. 15 elemental resistance and slow resistance. So yeah, it's shit. It's literally shit. But hey, 50 elemental resistance, it's something. This one actually has pierce resistance on top of the 15 elemental resistance. That's not horrible. It's usable. It's not amazing, but it's usable. Those of the Griffin, for example, would be really good. I like how they're just sitting up there like, hey, this is a minigame. Oh shit, he's actually killing our minigame. Well, who could have thought about that? You can see it there, like I was hit by the breath attack, or I'm not quite sure. Whatever this is. But because it is projectiles, I'm actually able to mitigate a whole lot of it. So most of it misses me, and the other stuff I can in part block and I can in part dodge or deflect. Yeah, as you can see, just about every one of those will meet a deflect. And I like this, that he's actually just floating in the air. I knocked him out cold pretty long here. Well done me. The mage always should go down first. Even without the brilliant tactics. But yeah, he does not have much stun resistance in this one apparently. No, it shouldn't change, but no, he's just getting stunned with the maximum amounts. So, okay, we have a Dwerger Forged Battle Axe with Magma Strike. Activated upon taking damage. And we do have elemental resistances and elemental damages with the Master Seer Rope. That's also kind of interesting, because the Master Seer Rope, with all of the intelligence, like you can see that it is intelligence based, but it does have 153 armor. So if that one actually had a better one, like with the elemental resistance, and then had something better on than that, perfectly fine. With both of those though, you can see that we are actually construct and device damage, so here 153 armor, 160 armor. That blows my mind. This one is strength based and literally strength 300, and this one is 250 intelligence. So if I found a better one of those, I would be very happy with it. Unfortunately, we are not. The Magma Strike, I'm also not quite sure. It does damage, it does fire damage, but I think with this Dwerger Axe, I have found literally nothing. I have not found either an affix nor a suffix. And my chat is disconnected again. Perfect. Thank you, phone. Hate it. I absolutely hate it. Okay. Another strength-based one with 23 elemental resistance and 11 physical. Those are also boots. Those are very much boots. My god. I mean, with this one I'm losing the poison resistance, like that. We are actually with this one already better off. Also, what do the Brits want here? This one has more health. the lightning resistance is better. And then has poison resistance, I guess, instead of physical. And this one has stun instead of the poison. But hey, better movement speed and dodge and avoid. I guess. No, I mean, those are both actually pretty good finds. Okay. I'm gonna go all the way back here because I want to take the portal. Yeah, no, those are actually really good finds. I did not think about that. And now... And now I'm kind of stuck with... Well, I do have that, but it has pierce and elemental resistance, so I don't want to give it up. This one, I mean, elemental, bleeding, poison, vitality, freeze, slow resistance, and less damage from giants. I don't want to give up on this one. This one where I said, like, yeah, it's like a really shitty build, but it is stupid shit. And this one, which I thought was super interesting, but yeah, I can get rid of this one. So now we have one item slot left. My god, this is gonna be bad. Okay. Okay, no, it's fine, don't worry. I've got this under control. Just the movement speed is kind of annoying me. Greater, yeah. We have looked this up beforehand, right? That it is the greater one. By the way, with this one, I can still wear everything. So I'm still having the same life with this one. Like, you can see that how much faster this is. It's actually quite annoying. 126. Yeah, that's 30 movement speed for you. But hey, actually this is really cool. With this one, I would be at, well, I would be at even more. Like, this is basically another point in the spirit mastery with all of the higher resistances. And look at the just 8%, how much difference that is. I need fire resistance, that's what I need. Stupid. Wait, I'm gonna get myself something to wake up. Because we have to play here for... I don't know how long I actually... 2 hours? 3 hours? Something like that. But yeah, for that long, I actually need something to wake up. And all the sugar in the world is not gonna save me. No, I'm actually kind of happy about this. I'm hopefully actually gonna be able to sleep at a normal time today. So cheers. Also quite nice that I'm actually making it on time for when I said it. Because normally when I say any time, I'm unable to hold out. But I said 3 hours at 6 o'clock and now it is 9. Perfect. I mean, I also made the bet on the end of Egypt and like literally almost on the minute. Okay, so here we have some interesting stuff. For one, we have an interesting enemy that I don't know how to deal with, Oh, I should have stolen their energy. Or the energy of the second one. Whoops. Also, like, for how much I'm healing from the opponents, I'm actually not doing much damage. Like, the amount of damage that we are doing is minuscule at best. Oh yeah, but yeah, die Ulvjotun, werewolf. Den Ulf, the werewolf, so fucking stupid. And it's almost what I suspect the design idea was. Ulf the werewolf. Can't you see? Isn't he nice? He has tons of bleeding damage normally, which he can still do because it is innate to him. So he can still do that move when he's out of energy. So I'm not quite sure, but I think I'll have to keep an eye on that. But no, I think I'm tanky enough. It's okay enough, probably. Let's free our little girl. This one line is in the song here. It's not my favorite. Like water and wine. I don't even know what she tried to rhyme it with, but it's so cliche. And it tells so little. Okay, hey little girl. Yeah, that's an ambush. That's how I want my ambush to be. Very ambushy. Very around the bush. It's another quote, I guess. That's so stupid. And for that nobody will see this quote ever again. But no, it's fine. I do this out of a passion. And because I want to finally get to 300 quotes again. Okay, goodbye. I don't know what her deal is. She's not giving us any experience for this. It's absolutely useless to free her. No, you can get her as companion. I don't know. You can get her as a companion. Don't ask. No, I've never tested her, so I mean, I guess it is nice when you're playing alone, that you have someone that keeps you company. I literally can see it like that. And yeah, Jotuns, you really have to die. It is horrible. My trance is also not doing any more damage, as you can see. It's almost like I'm not even putting it on anymore. But that is the trance of Wrath, which is the highest damage there. And a level 3 Death Chill Aura, which has 2 to 5% reduction to enemies' health already, with a 1 second duration. So each time it re-triggers. They're still taking so little damage. Which is, by the way, the stupidest thing ever. Because if you have ever gone with an... with a build that wanted to utilize reduction to enemies' health, you have been severely disappointed. It's literally so shit. Okay, let's take some energy. That is so good. I mean, that's what I've upgraded in part my Shadow Strike for, because it was not just for the maximum target amount. It was also the energy leech, because I did not want, the enemies die too quickly. So I could not leech much from them. So with a higher leech amount, I'm able to, at least get something out of them before they die. This majestic chest does definitely not look like a trap. No, because it is kind of a shit mechanic. It does not necessarily have to be one. There's just completely random chests that are totally not a trap. Make of it what you will. Okay, and another wolf. At least we can petrify this one easily. And there comes another wolf. It does give funny sounds. Give sound. Bonk. Now imagine what happens to my life if I get another 10% and an extra 60. And I'm gonna equip the 400. I think I would be closer to 4,800 life than to just 4,000. But yeah, those guys are actually super annoying. At least I know where to get my cold essence from, I guess. We have finished this one now as well. Plus 20% cold damage, so 45 frostburn damage, 14% cold damage, 15% frostburn damage, and 20% cold damage. And goes to armor only. Interesting. I mean, for my ice shard, that's pretty good. I guess in that regard, ice shard did receive a buff. It's a little bit weird. It's not like you're gonna wear it either. Like on the arm guards with a mage character, you're not gonna wear something like that. And yeah, I can keep some potions because I'm actually chugging them so quickly. It does exactly what I thought it would do. And yeah, it's not a trap. It's just a chest in the wild that wants to be opened. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah, it's from those guys. You can't leech if they don't have anything to leech in the first place. It's very sad. You would never understand my pain. I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess what do I do? What do I do if I have enemies with my den? Tonight we are German. I guess. Fucking hell, I forgot to change it. Flum came in here because I had it set to German as well. And I forgot to change it afterwards. Hey there, Bottle. How are you doing, dude? I was just on about to build, before you were here, I was just on about to build a character that uses Life Leech and Energy Leech as main sources of dealing damage. It would have been glorious. You wouldn't even know it. But yeah, what happens if enemies don't have energy? When it's just not possible? What if my build just goes to shit by the simple fact that some enemies are just not interacting with the mechanic at all? That must be kind of weird. Also, I'm a little bit afraid of the Baba Yagas here. When did you stream in German? No, I did not stream in German. I just changed some things in the settings. See, of the Yarn Vidya. I'm a little bit afraid of those guys. Kind of a menace if they want to be. Especially because I don't have my Life Leech resistance yet, just my Vitality. I mean, they are doing Vitality damage, but it's always something when I have to think about. Well, my bleeding is so low and my Vitality is not full, and I don't have any Life Leech resistance. So yeah. At least they are slow, I guess. Yeah, like I said, because they are just playing to some of my lowest resistances. You can see how hard they are hitting. Like, if one of them stuns me, and then I'm gonna get hit 3 times or so. I'm basically already dead. 250 is very little. Well, and then I Life Leech. Why do I Life Leech? Also, I got hit here before the shockwave hits me. Because the shockwave is not a visual representation of how far the enemy, damage reaches and how quickly it spreads. Don't ask me why. But it definitely does not align. This whole section, though, it's really like this. We are now in the end game of Ragnarok, and I know this one the least. Like, there's just so many things here that I just have not interacted with much, because, like I said, at the end of Ragnarok, I also always want to go out of Ragnarok as fast as possible. So I never really felt particularly inclined to play around with it too much. But that also means that I know it the least out of the... Well, out of the game parts that I know it all, right? Because something like Atlantis I don't know anything about. Even though it is installed. But yeah. Like, basically everything in humors is scary for me. Some of the enemies here are actually scary for me if I'm building a squishy build. There's a mammoth here, which I don't know why, but it's here. Just if you want to look at a mammoth's backside. I don't know why you would want to do that, but I'm not judging you. Oh yeah, I feel like I should talk with this guy, right? He's waiting there so patiently. And yeah, everything after Yomo's labyrinth is basically scary. Like, the end game is super scary, I think. The giants, like I said, the guard giants, then the effect that I don't have that much fire resistance yet, when basically everything is fire resistant, or you know, playing out my fire resistance. When I actually started the strongest against that resistance, but okay. Also, those guys actually have some leech resistance. That is mighty unfair. Not really, but I do want to complain about something. Is Plunk struggling again? I mean, I cannot actually take his first death. Literally, like, level 7 or 8. He already raked in his first death. I can't really blame him for that, though. Like, when I don't keep any tabs on it, I actually don't really care about it either, then. It really doesn't matter so much. Oh, also, I should only activate the Soul Vortex when I'm actually taking damage, or already have taken damage, so that I can instantly heal. That was a very weird sound effect. Let's explore this as well. We have to find... what is it that we needed to find? Whatever it is, that. And see, that is why slowdown is a bullshit stat. Slowdown is the duration of the slowdown goes down. But it should really be the effectiveness of the slowdown that goes down. Because otherwise it just literally makes no... I mean... It's still not completely useless, but borderline. I want to actually get away from stuff, so I want the actual slowdown to go down. I like that they give off a freezing sound when you're stunning them. My god. Oh! Oh! Pangs. Oh, my pangs. Yeah, that scared me. That scared me right in my pants. Thank you very much for the follow, dude. How are you doing, man? I actually... Are you coming from Careplunk? Because Flum actually joined my Discord and then went to Careplunk. I'm always gotta have that on the tabs with Care. He stole my viewers. So it's... No, the only way that he can make up for it is if he sends me viewers as well. Like as if I planned it. But no, thank you very much, dude. Baba Yaga, wasn't there... Some game had a Baba Yaga update. Ah yeah, Smite had a Baba Yaga update. I also should play Smite at some point. Probably. Can I leech life from you? I can leech life from the... Well, from the Ice Shot. From the Rim Tours. That is kind of interesting. I did not think I would. I did not think I should either. We still have to find our embossed silver plates. I'm not quite sure what to do with those. I have 2 and 3. Where's 4? And I still have to get 1 again. Because back then I did not want to get it. And now I'm sitting on it like, what the fuck. Oh yeah, this one I'm also, the Guards of the Restless King. Because the Restless King stuff is so rare. I'm gonna keep this now. Because it has vitality damage, but I should I should not. It's basically shit. This one, by the way, with the casting speed, it has a pretty high casting speed. Like, back in the days, you could get up to 140, 150 casting speed with a ring. I think now they actually went down with this. I mean, this is an amulet. We do have rings as well. That is, if I can find them. Here, casting speed with the occult jewel. That has 95. So a little bit slower. But, you know, even still then, like, what I actually need is 60 to 80 casting speed, and then I think I would feel fine with casting my spells. So that they are not interrupting me constantly with, you know, in between attacks and whatnot. And I mean, it just feels better as well. With those, there's not so many enemies around. I'm thinking... not much, I think. Well, for one, that I found Lupin Claws again. And that I want to get out of this. I wanted to use my... this is so strong though. The double leech right now. Just wait until I have normal life leech from attacks. That's gonna be good. I have to get around here. I went in the completely wrong direction. Well, I mean, I went into the right direction. But not for the quest, and since it is probably the most important quest in the game. Like, I'm pretty sure it's worth more than even the 2 skill point quests. Even though obviously I like them more, but I think it is just that important that we get the item upgrades to make for a complete build. Because otherwise I'm never gonna get... I mean, even then it's super hard, but I'm otherwise never gonna get the stats together for some min-maxing. And even min-maxing, it's kind of hard.
You have no more room.
Okay, I can somehow kill them. Okay, and let's see how much damage she is doing to me. Because this is not an easy boss fight necessarily either. But normally we should be fine. I mean, she's like literally she's not hard the absolute most of the times. But you have to clear out the other stuff together with her. Like there's the giants here obviously. So clear that stuff out as soon as possible. You don't want to run into her with everything stacked up. But also you don't want her to actually have any items or anything on her that can stun. And usually she's not wearing something, so she's not the problem. But if someone else, one of the other giants, has a stun item, then yeah. You want to evade basically all of that here. Okay, nice. I mean, literally, I'm using this skill completely wrong. I'm using it as an offensive ability in the way that I'm... Oh no, what is this? Black Elf. No, I think I know what the Black Elf was. That I'm taking more damage from it? From certain kinds of magic? Or did I have less resistance? I think it's also that I have less resistance on top of everything else. But I can interrupt her for a moment. The Gunlit. She's not the wisest either. Just forgets about my Shadow Strike. For some reason, Shadow Strike, because it only afflicts you, and the bosses can't mitigate it with their 300 extra resistance to everything. It is still working. Which is really weird. Okay. Meat of Poetry. And like I said, right now then I've got no inventory space whatsoever. Well, for one, I'm guessing. This is really cool though. This is a lot of damage. The Massive of Devastation. You can't really hit it better. Plus 30 physical damage, and then you're doing 30 to 50 extra physical damage from it. That's pretty solid. But I guess I gotta get rid of that for now. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that when I'm at the vendor. Because that is probably gonna fetch me a good amount of money. Anyways, how are you doing, man? How's it going? Am I actually... I made... With this, I made 2 followers today. Am I finally at the 69? I've been working so hard to get the 69. No, I've like literally the last 5 streams, I was like, oh, 1 follower. I'm 1 follower away from the 69. And I just can't get it. I'm just not a girl streamer. I can't get 10 to 30 follows per stream for doing this. It's just unfortunately not possible. Get some nice interrupts. See, and then we already have him 2/3 down before he can actually do anything against us. But obviously, this is only with 1 enemy that I can focus on. 1 already triggered to me here. Yep. The Varks are pretty damn fast. They are no joke in that regard. And yeah, the Soul Vortex is actually a lot quicker than the Life Drain. The Life Drain is just horrible to cast for me. Like I said, it would be probably fine if I had the plus 60 to 80. I would say if I had plus 80 to cast speed, that would already be good enough. Plus 80 to cast speed and my problems are gone. No, but oh, sorry. Bumped into the microphone. Like I said, I'm not used to it being there. Why is there a second one here as well? I mean, I could have very much expected there to be a second one. I'm not quite sure why I did think, oh no, there's probably... He's probably somewhere else. Joined another monster group. Okay. Still, I have the feeling that my electrical burn damage is doing more than my actual damage.
What am I doing? What does it look like? I bet you didn't know that we Virgin
15 life leech, 15 life leech. Beautiful game. I mean, it is the same thing. It's absolutely the same. Just this one is a little bit lighter than this one. See, almost makes me want to buy it just so that I can show this off. This one actually is lighter than this one, but they are doing exactly the same thing. Intelligence, health, yeah, sure. Oh, health and elemental resistance.
Your inventory is full.
Yeah, I can get this one. That's fine. It's not as much health, but it's 1% more elemental resistance. So it's not that horrible. Good enough. Get some of those. I really starve for inventory space. I should have never done this. Such a mistake. See this one, electrical burn. Fumble and slow. It's not horrible. Oh yeah, by the way. You know where I should go? Oh, and we have made it to the next... to the next portal. I'm feeling good about that. And we're gonna get a level up. I'm not even quite sure. I think I might even get a second level up before then Suitor. So that we have 45 for it. Not quite sure. We might need to grind for it. But yeah, I've got the second of the items. Let's have this character be relatively self-efficient. We are not gonna use any other upgrades from other characters. So yeah, there's my level up. So, I mean, like I said, I feel like the life leech would be pretty cool to get, just to make it more effective. But then I have 3 points here, which I really want to use, and this is 8%. 8% less total speed for the monsters, but also 0.7 radius and 2 to 4 more reduction to enemies' health. I think that's fine, right? I think it's fine that we're gonna do this. Like a 8% less attack speed and movement speed around me. I think that's the tankiest thing that I can take right now. Not that I have super much fun with the damage I'm doing right now either, but I think it's worth it. Also around me there's a nice cross synergy with the Soul Vortex, which is actually a really nice skill. With this one there's less life leech. Unfortunately there's no energy leech resistance minus, which I would have really liked for the necrosis, because with this one having minus energy leech resistance, I would then get the electrical burn with loss of energy as damage. And with this one I'm getting flat energy leech. So I would actually really like it if this one gave minus energy leech. Oh. And with the Dark Covenant, unfortunately it is only a 10-second duration, and you're never gonna get it down to 10 seconds. With 80% you can get close to it and then have it like so that you use it once, and until you're to the next group of monsters you can basically use it again. But you need 80% for that, and I'm not gonna get that. Still, with this one there's a little bit of total speed that one could get, that one, you know, even just for straight up movement speed would not be bad. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with the with the rest of the points so much. I mean, obviously I do want more damage, so my Distort Reality should probably take priority in getting that up. A golden belt. Huh. Interesting. Show me what the golden belt is for. 25% armor protection, fire resistance, 20% strength, and 40% pierce resistance. You know what? That is actually really good. And I only need Essence of the Golden Fleece, which I have. I'm not quite sure why this is not showing that to me. What? Why are you not showing that to me? Essence of the Light of Belenus. We have one of those. And the Sigurd's Courage, which is... Do I even have on here? Because I think we have finished this one already. Oh, and we can finish this one. Blade of Thanatos is not the same, but close enough. Yeah, no, I think I have all of those. And then look at this. I mean, the armor protection is what I said I wanted, especially for this one. But we have 10% extra armor protection with this one already. So another 25 would actually be really cool. And then strength, which, I mean, I'm struggling for it. So 20% is pretty good to have. Fire resistance, we would go up to 75%, so basically max. And the pierce resistance, 40%, is also 74%. So yeah, we would actually have the top row almost done with that. That's actually a pretty good find. I don't ever want to really spend my Golden Fleece. Because also for some reason in this one there's not less energy cost for anything. Which I find kind of unnerving. It is kind of weird. But yeah, good enough. And yeah, I'm not gonna stand in that. Well, I say I'm not gonna stand in that, but... My god. They are actually hitting hard. It's so totally unfair. Okay, well that is also one way to do it. I thought I would get a Light of Belenus. Okay, we have that one finished. To all armor, less damage from plants and beastmen, just 9%, so it's not good. But it has 15% bleeding resistance. Also not horrible. Okay, let's get that here. Guess we're gonna keep those here. Huh. Yeah, there's still so much life for me to get in this build as well. I think we have a shot, guys. I think we have a shot at Deathless. At least normal. At least with the normal I'm there. And hey, Flamer. Welcome back. Yeah, let me show you my soul drain. My soul vortex. That's actually a really cool skill. It does exactly what I said it would. It did exactly help me. And we found something cool, by the way. I don't need my formula anymore. God damn it. It is so goddamn weird. No, but I actually found something pretty nice. Like, I mean, I already had something, but I would have needed to farm for it. And I said I don't really wanna farm for anything. I just wanna go straight ahead and just, you know, go and... There we go. But hey, look what I found. A golden belt, which has armor protection, pierce resistance, fire resistance, and strength. and pretty hefty strength. Those are all stats that I can use. Which, I mean, only after I have found 10 lesser artifacts, 12, 15 lesser artifacts, I don't know, that I could not use. But hey, there we go. There is one finally in Act 5, end of Act 5. And I have all of the items. I do have the Golden Fleece. Don't really want to spend it, but you know. And I have Light of Belanus, and I have the Sigurd's Courage. So yeah. Actually looks pretty nice. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, those we can actually also finish then. Durchschlagsschadenswiderstand ist bei mir bei 34%. Und genau deswegen habe ich hier auch mit den 40% extra Durchschlagsschadenswiderstand. Did you actually challenge Plunk to say it? Is that what that is about? Yeah, I don't know if it counts as a German word, but I think my favorite one is Ohrkatzelschwurf. I guess that works on even Germans then. Where are you from, Flum? What is that? Also from Bavaria. Well, shit. God damn it. Your opinion to the Oktoberfest. Ich hatte jetzt schon gedacht, dass du Marmeladenoma schreiben wolltest. Nur in einer komischen Abwandlung als Marmeladenmama. Und es dann falsch geschrieben hättest. Those guys I wanna see. 200, okay. And that's actually fine. They're doing less than I thought. Because they are insectoids, they are not beasts. They are actually pretty okay. Oh yeah, and I found another blue item, by the way. If you just wanna be a little bit jealous, I found the the Britain's Defiance. It's not an amazing item, but it does have pretty good elemental resistance and physical resistance. I actually never heard that. Huh. Amazing. I'm still learning something new. I thought there was just nothing left in this world for me. And yeah, I guess before we are gonna go into the Yume's labyrinth, what I'm actually gonna do is finally get my upgrades. Because I feel like... so what I said before to Bottleganger, that also came in. I guess in that regard, Kerplunk steals my viewers and I steal his. That's kind of our arrangement. No. What I said to Bottleganger was that around here, this is now the end of Act 5, and I'm really insecure about this. It is just simply that I don't know much of this stuff. There's so much where I can be surprised with the amount of damage that is being put out, and you know, stuff like that where it's then just, oh my god, what happened? I think I want a little bit of a buff before I'm going into the Yume's Labyrinth, because Yume it's actually a nicely designed castle, I think. It is super annoying, but that is actually one of my favorite things in this act. Simply with how weird it is. And yeah, they are putting on bleeding damage on me, so that's probably also good to get more resistance against. Dragon Spawn, by the way, they have really interesting charms. If you can find them, because they barely ever drop any of them. So I doubt I'll even find one in a normal run. You have to farm for them so much, and then you want to farm for the legendary ones, because I don't even think that any one of them is needed for any of the because apparently they are so rare, that any one of them would be needed for one of the artifacts. And we found an Aether. The Aether is usually we should have found that already at the tree branches with the reflect damage, because what I said there was that I'm actually killing all of the monsters because they do have interesting charms, and apparently we can find them here from those guys. That's kind of weird, but yeah, there's our first one. So actually elemental damage and weapon damage becomes elemental, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, it was not the boots are not that amazing, don't worry about it, but like I said, it's nice to find some, and they're usable if nothing else. I'm just still thinking about this one though, with this combination, as you can see, and then I have the golden belt for my fire resistance to be up to 75%, and the pierce resistance being up to 80% with a little bit of extra, and then strength and armor protection. That is far too good for normal. Like that I have all of my resistances so far up. This is just over the top in terms of, like, I never thought that I would get to that amount of resistances then. But obviously I'm using three rare items, and I can't really upgrade them. I mean, I can. I'm working on a way to upgrade them, kind of, but I would not use that on rare items really usually. Still, with this one, it's also pretty interesting armor protection, that I would have plus 35% armor protection. If I had an extra armor absorption, one way or another, like for example with the defense mastery, that I would get armor absorption, going into full armor protection on top of it would actually be really cool. Unfortunately, then you would kind of then wear this as for the extra armor protection, and this only has 100 armor. And apparently, or how armor works in this game is that you are not gonna get hit for the amount of armor that you have combined, but every one of those pieces has a little hit chance. And then you're gonna get hit on the 100 armor piece and not the 600 or 700 one that you then buff out of your mind so that it has 1100 armor. But you're gonna get hit on the 100 that then has 150 armor. And you're gonna get, hit pretty hard. But yeah, this is actually super nice. What the fuck are my neighbors doing? Don't worry about it. But yeah, like that I have so much resistance is actually pretty crazy. I never thought that I would get to that point in just normal. I mean, obviously then, like I said, it is relatively hard for me to get even more done. I mean, I could do something about this, I could do something about this, and even here probably we could put on something that gives a little bit of resistance, and yeah, this one could definitely be better. But we are basically, if we were to keep then those 3 items here and then the golden belt here, we would retain already really good resistances for epic. In legendary, I would then still again have to find ways to do it. Maybe find a good shield with good resistances. Because for legendary, like it's kind of counterproductive that in normal you don't really need 80% resistance, especially if you have a little bit of life. In Epic, you want at least 60% resistance, and then in Legendary you want 80 resistance. Like, of course you can get through Legendary with 60% resistances as well, but it would be much better to have full resistances. But obviously in Legendary it's the hardest one to get, and I will not get it either. So, well, don't really ask me, I guess, how it works. Oh yeah, and oh, those are Yggdrasil buds. So that is why they actually dropped Aether. Interesting. So I can farm them here. I guess I can farm them together with the dragon spawns. Interesting. So did your farming runs actually yield any results? How many times did you do a Typhon and whatnot? Nice. Good enough. Okay, so I don't know. But you must have gotten one blue at least out of that. Probably a shitty one. Okay, so it is kind of time for me to power up, I feel. Holy shit, yeah, that's bad luck. That's really bad luck. Nice green boots. What, of the Gryphon, of Pegasus? With a nice affix. So yeah, like that, we want an Amun-Ra. And we want to put it on the veteran's plated suit. But then again, I can probably look up something. How are we gonna do this? I think first of all, we are gonna make a round and see what the vendors have for me. And if we find nothing there... even then I'm not quite so sure. I think literally just taking that out. I mean, it's the same poison resistance, so even if I have just this, then I'm still better off. Oh yeah, PS resistance. Why was I confused? I thought it was bleeding. God, I'm tired. Hey, I have only been awake since 3 AM, so 3:25. Don't blame me. I'm not liable for anything. 8% attack speed, not horrible. Okay, so like literally just putting that on for the mace so that we also get 400 more life. I think that's fine, that's worth. Yeah, that's good enough. We actually gain 500 life almost from that. Almost, because I have the 8% here. So I think that like I don't need to run that fast. I think it's already good enough. So this one already wields nothing, so sad. I don't know what to say.
I hope you brought something interesting with you. Your entrance was surely...
Elemental resistance, yes, but can you bring me something good? Okay, I'm gonna buy that still. Scroll of the Cyclops, nope. Sun's Blessing. I mean, we have a lot of Primal Chaos. I feel like, yeah, we're gonna buy those up. So now I have 5, so I have a little bit of spare parts, you know. And then we are gonna see... We're gonna see to making the golden belt, I guess. If nothing else. So what I said before, and yeah, now there's chests in here. Even though I basically have reloaded. But as you can see, there's just nothing good here. Still, it is, you know, like when you have the space, sometimes there's a lot of items dropping. And if you're looking at that, 60,000 and 27. So it's almost 100k that I made from just that. So if there is, you know, if there is a few items dropping from maybe 2 majestic ones, then it is a pretty viable way to also make some money again. Like if you're just too lazy to farm. Normally the best farming area is in Act 3. So yeah, I should have those together. Also, this only costs 90,000. So yeah, basically I just made it from the stuff I sold.
Take care now. Long spears and stays and dares.
Let's see. You want this and this. This one I actually rolled with 95 health. I would almost be tempted to take this from here with the 90 energy. Because, I mean, this is a minus 15 energy cost. So getting energy on top of it instead of life. Like, let's take it this way around, I guess. So, like, if I'm already, you know, using it, like, it literally doesn't make a difference. I said I would not use anything from the Relic Vault, but that literally doesn't make a difference. Although maybe there is a chance that it somehow influences what completion bonus you're gonna get. That could be a possibility. I don't think it is, but it could be. Do I really want to risk it? Yes, I don't care. And the other one was Light of Belinus. Light of Belinus? Wait, do I really not have it? I thought I had all of them together already. No, I am pretty sure. I'm just not seeing it, right? Light of Belinus. I am so sure that I had one of those. Are you kidding me? So I can't make this. I was so absolutely sure I had this. 4 health. No, I'm 100% sure I had this. I don't know. Light of Belinus. I really don't. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Walking speed plus pierce and pierce damage. So it is Um, ugh. I mean, I know which one you mean, but I can't get it out. But in general, it is you want like a of Pegasus or of Gryphon. But yes, those are pretty good as well. Like I said, since I'm finding blue ones, I don't have to. For me, it is just the movement speed, like of campaigning with 30% movement speed, and then I actually get to put on more movement speed and then pierce poison resistance or pierce resistance. I took that one. There we go. There's the Light of Valinor. I told you, I actually knew I had it. I knew it.
This is a precise art, but
Okay.
I like to approximate the ingredients.
So, our Essence of the Golden Fleece, our Light of Valinor, and our Sigurd's Courage create an artifact, and now I have the belt with Energy Leech resistance and stun resistance. I mean, I can use the Energy Leech resistance to some degree. The stun resistance, I can actually make use of it as well, because I took both of them here. I'm not even quite sure where the other one is. So we do have 25 stun resistance here. Oh yeah, and then we have the extra one. So we have 50% stun resistance from that and the completion bonus for the other 30%. So that I had the 80% here. But instead, we could now just use the golden belt for it. But yeah, if you look at that, 75, okay, 80, 80, 80. That's pretty solid. And if I would equip this one, we would even get, I mean, we would go down here a little bit, but 59, 56. Even here we have actually some resistances then. So yeah, pretty solid. But
Or did that imbue it with poison?
Phlegm, you are actually, I'm gonna call you Phlegm now. I told you I would crash. No, I told you there is something more that we need to do. Northern Contract. So now I'm actually gonna look up, how about I'm gonna get my Northern Contract lesser artifact, and let's see if it is actually something useful. Travelers were slain? Aww. Well, this means nothing. Death Rattle. Damage, flat damage, okay. 15% attack speed is pretty good, but otherwise poison and health and energy, it's pretty shit. So yeah, good. Also, by the way, with this one, if you get it, you don't get a completion bonus. I mean, sometimes it can even be, but I think that it was a bug, that it didn't even get a completion bonus from finishing one. But yeah, if you do get them with the... and you can only get lesser artifacts, by the way. So yeah, I would have hoped that you could actually, in higher difficulty, like in the normal difficulty, you would get lesser artifacts. In the epic difficulty, you would get greater artifacts. And in the legendary difficulty for this, you would get a divine artifact. I would have thought that would be cool, but no, you can only get lesser artifacts from it. That's pretty shit. But yeah, gotta deal with it, I guess. In any case, that is actually pretty fine. Let's keep that here. Just so that we can get rid of it. I'm pretty sure that we need the Death Rattle for another one somewhere. And yeah, with this one, like I said, so we would need to farm for the Anubis Wrath anyways, so that we can actually then make the Cider Bones. And like I said, Cider Bones would be bleeding and vitality, so kind of whatever. You can also see my combined armor with the 25% extra is going up 25%. Unfortunately, I don't. So we have head 118, torso 67 because of the 10% more. And with this one, oh, with this one, yeah, with this one, our torso is actually going up to 82, and our head armor to 145. Pretty solid. that actually really helps, especially with a no death challenge. So I'm actually thinking, yeah, the golden belt is kind of what I was looking for. It has everything that I wanted. That's like, I mean, you saw all of the shit that I found and what I normally get, so lucky break, and I instantly can use it. Perfect. I'm gonna take it, you know, you gotta take it while it's still hot. Or you gotta be taken while you are still hot. Not quite sure, however you prefer it. And just put it in without a second thought. There we go. You gotta be taken while you're still hot. And just put it in without a second thought. That's my gaming advice. Okay. I'm finally getting back into mood to make a good list of quotes. Okay, so do you want to see where I farm normally, Flem? I can show that off to you. Otherwise, like I said, we are just going around checking the vendors, seeing if there's some upgrade for us.
How could you pass up such a staff as this?
Make us prepared for the endgame,
The craftsmanship on this bracelet.
if needed. I'm feeling that the vendors actually sell less good stuff the further I'm getting into it. They have been selling some amazing stuff beforehand, and now it's really just... But yeah, that is actually gonna help a great deal. Like 35% is no joke. The north, nope. Orders, plains. And there's also a nice trick that I can show you for checking vendors, if you're not aware of it yet. Like I said, those are just little things that you are gonna learn about them, and they're not always super useful, but they're nice to know. So if you check the vendors here, as I just did, and you know, specific items you just want to look up from the vendors, they are just too rare to find, or just if you have fun like me checking the vendors, because sometimes I actually just check the vendors and see if they have something, especially in legendary, like I have 100 million or so, better 200 million, and I just see something that is really nice. Like I said, for that, for example, with total damage, health, some energy, lightning resistance. So if this one was a Veterans of Champions, that would actually be amazing. Like I said, Kerplanke actually found Veterans of the Gods, which is the legendary Pondor to this. I'll hate him forever, but yeah, see, something like that would be nice to get. So now we have checked this one. Check with him as well, just so that we are sure there's nothing amazing there. Basically why I did it in the original was to see for staffs that have minus recharge. And then I found a really nice one. I found exactly what I was looking for. And it became my best build. So I'm actually a fan of this method. So now I'm going back to the planes. And most of the times, they should actually reset between this.
What do you want?
So now he should actually have... Yeah, there we go. Pegasus with elemental damages, movement speed, and elemental resistance. And if this one had a good affix, then I would actually get this one. Because it's actually really good. Like, especially because I can upgrade it. So yeah, there you go. That's how you check vendors. Like a professional.
Goodbye, mortal.
If that one had an affix, I would actually buy it. Piercing and fire is also... It's not bad. Like, that is very offensive. Offensive mostly against me. Good to know. Nah, it's literally just a nice mini game more than anything else. But like I said, sometimes when you're unsure, like, I want to, you know, like, especially what I just said with the veterans of gods, you are not gonna look it up on monsters. Even though Plunk found it on monsters. But, you know, not every one of us can be Plunk. With the stupid luck. No, he farmed for it as well, but... Oh, no, he just found it with a lot of farming. Checking the vendors is the most reliable way of actually getting it. If nothing else, you're gonna find something interesting, probably. And yeah, like I said, it's one of the fastest way to do it. The other one, if you want to know where I make money, I can probably also show this off. This one, for example, that is actually not horrible. 75 stun resistance, you would need nothing else anymore. Some pierce resistance, has health, has armor that actually counts for every armor piece, which actually works nicely together with my 35% extra armor protection. So that one, yeah, that one would be fine. Like I said, it's literally just a great mini game. Farming I would do here, Babylon outskirts. Get out of the portal. Walk forward. You're literally gonna walk into the farms where I farm. Like, I literally farm in the farms. Yeah, like I said, we are now gonna... yeah, I think I'm gonna do this now. The vitality resistance, like I said... With the other one, if I had Decider Bones, I would get that to 80%. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is take that Demon's Blood out. I mean, I would probably then take another ring if I find another good one. Like, for example, with this one, I have double the defensive ability, so that would kind of work. Like, I have 500 defensive ability with this build by now, just because this one has so much. And, you know, another 20% from this. But yeah, then I would take something like that, which costs me 100 life. And then put in this Demon's Blood. So then I would be at 65 vitality damage resistance as well. Would probably be the most reliable way to do it. Seems legit. It's a pro move. Learn from the best, I can just say. And since I'm the best in this game. Or something close to it. At least I'm not horrible. Okay. So we could have one more upgrade here, and like I said, this one... I mean, by now it's not actually horrible. Like, it gives me the extra armor, It gives me the bleeding resistance, it gives me the cold resistance, so this is actually fine. I should probably not even get rid of it. But yeah, so now we are gonna clear this out. Oh my god, constructs. Didn't I have something against construct? I actually do have something against them. Well, normally, but also around here. Here, 10% less damage from constructs and devices. I should almost use those. But yeah, what I actually like, this is a it's a super, like, many people are annoyed by this place, if nothing else. And I do have to say, I don't like the enemies, which seems like kind of the most important part. And you can see why, like with the phantasms that constantly like, you can literally instantly see it. To fuck you guys. Just Jesus. But yeah, I actually like the place itself. For one, because it is pretty interesting. Like, this one actually sparks some kind of like, oh yeah, I want to explore. Like I said, the enemies are horrible. Like, for example, this one with its dying breath took off my my buffs and debuffs. I would basically instantly die if I did not check that. But it is, and I do have to say it, actually rather positively, it is within the bounds of what it should do. So this is the Mimir's Maze. I actually called him Humus, right? Mimir, the wise giant that even the Asias asked or had respect from his. Well, he was not directly wise. He was clever. But basically, what he did was. Oh, by the way, can I leech from those? Nope, not at all. They have complete resistance against leeching. But basically, what the King of the Giants was. Well, King of the Giants is also a little bit. But there's pretty fun stories about Mimir. And basically, what he is a trickster. Which is really weird because, you know, he is a giant. So big that he doesn't have to be afraid of anything or anyone. Well, apart from maybe the totally crazy for blood northern gods. And now he's taunting me. Like, yeah, that is exactly what he should do. So overall, I really like the theme of this. Like, with the enemies that actually take off your buffs and you have to actually check. And it's just gonna kill you or feel super off. Like, why am I not... Why is my stuff not working when you're not checking? It has this kind of trickster vibe to it. Also that this is a labyrinth. And there is an actually really nice mechanic of Ragnarok. Item duplication. So item duplication, if it is a bug, then it is shit. And yes, the bug, I have already tasted the bug. Very shit, yes, indeed. But if it is not a bug, oh, I actually dodged it, nice. If it is not a bug, okay, can you, nice. I'm still not sure how to dodge them taking off my buffs and debuffs. But yeah, when it is not a bug, around here you actually have an item multiplication mechanic. Or item multiplication duplication thing. in Mimir's maze, you can actually face yourself or your clone. It will be a clone. That is literally the mechanic that they have reused from the Dream Mastery with the Dream image. That will use all of your abilities very stupidly. Like it will use 1 or 2 of those. And very inefficiently, so don't worry. Although it can be actually quite an issue. And it will wear your items. Now, it's not saying so much of how efficient it is to farm it. Most likely it is as inefficient as you would think it should be. But maybe if you have a really, really rare item, or if you have all super rare items, like every one of the items that you're wearing, you are actually saying, oh, I want a duplicate of that. I want to actually experiment on that, and you know, I just want whatever of those. I don't care. Because like one specific one is actually, you're gonna go crazy. But in this labyrinth, when you're facing your clone, it will drop your own items with randomized numbers. So it's not directly the same. At least it wasn't. It didn't used to, but maybe they have changed it by now. I would have actually liked it if it was literally the same. Although I think I like it more that it's not the complete same, because if you're looking just for a better roll on the same item, whatever. You're gonna get your items, and well, most times you're only gonna get one of those items, and like I said, when you're specifically looking, oh, I want my amulet, or my one ring here, and you're gonna get shit. I mean, you can actually go into the labyrinth and only wear one item, to actually get better chances of that one dropping. But then overall the chance of dropping is horrible. And yeah, Mimir is taunting me here throughout, which I really, really like. It's actually a really nice thing to include for, you know, what I said about the atmosphere just being right in this. Also, the Mimir drones are trapping you. Also adds to the flair of this. It is super annoying to play against, but in terms of flair, those are actually all perfect enemies. Like I said, everything here is... It's one of my favorite regions in this game. And like even above just the Ragnarok expansion, but literally just overall one of my favorite regions. It is just much less fun to play than what it actually spells out in theory. Also, I'm fighting with a with an invisible crystal golem. Very nice. That is another visual bug that I have to report. If you can, Flam, if you can make a clip of that, that I can send to the Titan Quest Discord. I don't think that was particularly intended. And if nothing else, I love to send them clips of their game not working. Especially because nothing gets done in the actual Discord. You're gonna give me another golem heart, maybe? Would be really nice. Golem heart. I've already gotten one, right? Yes. Oh, and finally, mechanical parts. Yay! This one would give me total speed. So now that we are so slow, I would actually like it to get 5% total speed, but yeah, not gonna be possible. Oh, hey, Seth. I'm very sorry, by the way. I'm very sorry about me not reacting beforehand. I did see your message, but my chat had disconnected, and I did not see that my chat had disconnected. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Flem. I really do appreciate it. If you post it in the Discord, then I can directly take the link there. Thank you very much. That is super nice of you. So I make a portal here because I'm not quite sure about this one. Clear out all of the monsters, by the way. Yeah, you really want to see that you are not standing in all of their attacks around here. They can be super annoying. This one is normally the real one, but I would not be super sure. In Legendary, he is much harder. So, also on him, for some reason, Energy Leech works, so I'm not quite sure. He's kind of a weird one. And like I said, as you can see, like he's changing the auras around him. So normally that should be saying something about which one is the real one, but I'm not quite so sure. And what happens more often than not is that I'm just getting hit basically out of nowhere. At least for what I can make out. Yeah, see, now all of them has changed around. It's kind of a little bit weird. So yeah, why I did take all of those safety measurements is because sometimes I'm getting hit with something that does half of my life easily. Or I had squishier characters that were also challenge runs. Where I was wearing throughout the game, like finishing Legendary on level 3 gear. And yeah, obviously that is not healthy, you should not do that. But still, the way that he one-shot me there felt kind of really odd. Like, it felt more of a trial and error than anything else. So yeah. He's not intelligent enough to turn around to me, unfortunately. For all that I'm praising him. And yeah, I said, thanks for saying hi and stopping by. They should keep their asses better guarded. Especially when I'm around. Now that's the ultimate test for you, Flem. Can you make a quote out of that? That would be the ultimate favorite viewer ever. Because I'm getting so tired of making my own quotes. You know, it interrupts the stream and whatnot. Normally I'm just marking them with a Q and then I have to look through my own VODs. Which I should probably... I found so many bugs today. I literally have to actually make it highlight the last 2 streams from today. And didn't listen. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. That you are listening at all is pretty good. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I found so many bugs today. Like, just 7 that I'm aware of. And I should really just highlight it, all of them. I don't want to look through all of my VODs again though. Okay. No, that is not good English. Even if I said so, but no, that's not the way that I want to English. Okay. See what I meant about interrupting. I have to go now. Well, thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate the presence. And yeah, dude. Thank you very much again for the follow beforehand and hanging out. So I'm gonna see you around. Have a good night. I'm also not gonna go for much longer, don't worry. We're literally gonna go to the last portal that I have that ready, and that's it. So most likely, if you're around tomorrow, you can see me try the final boss fight. And yeah, again, those are Yggdrasil beasts, so same spiel as beforehand with the... Why did I say spiel? Yeah, same spiel as beforehand with the skill disruptions and the reflect damage, and like more spawns of those guys, which, like I said, dragon hearts, I would really like to get some of those, but nope. That's not in it for me. Pretty sad. Also, what I wanted to say beforehand, I kept my my cooldown for the summon outsider, and I do that because there's literally a boss fight right up ahead. So in this part, for whatever reason, I mean, I like it, it's nice, but for whatever reason, around here, you're coming from Mimir, you're going out of the labyrinth, and you're actually, you know, you're taking the portal to out of the labyrinth, so there's not much time that will pass. And oh, this is a cover version, huh? Wait a minute. Sorry, I gotta look this song up. Yeah, Elysion. The rules, yeah. Wait, we listened to Don't Say a Word. God damn it, I did not even... I had so many other things to do. But yeah. There's basically a boss fight to boss fight here. And... oh, I should probably do all of the dragon spawns if I'm already mourning about that I'm not getting any dragon hearts. Would probably be intelligent, huh? Not quite sure. I would not have the cooldown for the summon outsider otherwise. So yeah, that's the reason. Ymir itself, as you could see, with all of the extra spawns, and normally he can actually even go further around in the room. So I like to then keep my outsider then for this fight, because this one is just bash away mostly, and I can make use of the outsider for the most part. Yeah, this hurts so much. The Yggdrasil monsters hurt so much. But yeah, this is Nidhogger. You also have... oh, wow, that is really not nice. Okay. So I'm keeping the attention away from my outsider so that he doesn't get smashed. Oh, and I can also not leech. Sad. And yeah, this is all of the damage that he's doing to me. So now I'm at... my god. Yeah, I would have actually died if I just kept on standing in there. That's actually pretty brutal. Because I have 60 poison resist. I mean, I can run out of it easily because he's not doing a stun move on top of it. But if you are unattentive and you're taking more damage, and especially you have less life, then 4k. Like I said, at the end of the fourth act, I wanted to have 3k, and that was good enough. But for this, I do want to actually keep my around 4k. So yeah, he is not super difficult, but he does do damage, if nothing else. That is also relatively hard to avoid, which is the main problem. I'm used to getting better drops from him, if nothing else. Bit sad about that. There should be something here, I feel. Like some secret of some sort. So yeah. Got that done. I cannot leech from them. Feels bad, man. Is this Elysian? Are you all cover band? The last 3 songs have been covers. Or maybe those songs are already all from them. And I never knew. All of the other ones are cover songs. I like how they just roll over for me. Like I said, most of the other ones don't have a specific great animation. Like the giants actually have this slow, and they actually really look defeated. The rest is just, oh, well, guess that's it. I mean, still they do have an animation. But yeah, now we have our last portal here. So finally in Muspelheim. What we said about the giant in Jotunheim was that the boss was a giant. He was not a deity. But the giant king of Jotunheim is a frost giant. So obviously he's a giant boss. Or the boss is a giant by category. Well, by that logic, the boss of Muspelheim, which is the giant of the fire realm, of the realm of the fire giants, well, he would be a giant as well. But I'm pretty sure he's a deity. For no reason whatsoever. Like, probably not to make the stats too strong. Because it's very easy to actually get to get the minus damage taken and more damage to giants rather than to deities. That's good, that's good. I'm not quite sure. Am I gonna play it just a little bit more to get to... at least to get to the boss fight of Loki? I mean, I do kind of want to check out. What the fire giants can do to me. Oh, veterans! Veterans! Yay! And wow, 22% chance to avoid projectiles. Holy shit. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm actually thinking about this one. Armor, bleeding resistance, and cold resistance. With this one I'm dropping under 500. But I'm looking fatter. I'm looking fatter if nothing else, but they have 155 armor, so 100 extra. Has 7% more avoid projectiles, so I'm getting that back from literally this one. So that is solid. And I can put something on here again. Whatever I want. And I don't particularly need bleeding. Like 46 bleeding that we get just from this is good enough. I would otherwise look for... I mean, this one I don't need either. With this one I also have the, because it is of inertia, I have some slow resistance. So we have 50%, like flat 50% now, slow resistance. It feels almost intentional, 50%. So yeah, there we go, lucky find. 1% less physical resistance, yeah, and 1% less defensive ability, but for that 7% more avoid projectiles. That's actually amazing. So yeah, now I'm ready to tackle the end game. I'm ready to tackle the end game, and I'm even good to like until Act 3 in Epic. I don't have anything to do. Like Act 3 of Epic then has probably around 230 armor, so back to the plus 100 armor. Now I've kept that until we get 100 extra armor, but now I also have 35% extra, so 700 from the 573, and this is the most important armor piece. So we go from the torso 82 to 209. So yeah, that's pretty important. And yeah, like I said, I could also put on the extra 60 health and 10% health. So with this one it would actually be well, close to 4,000, and then I don't know if it stacks upon itself, but I think it stacks upon itself, so we would be close to 4,000. So we would get 460 more, or about 460 more health out of that. You know, and energy, I guess, but yeah. Feels pretty nice. Cold resistance, though. My cold resistance is now going down with this, so... Oh, and bleeding resistance, I guess. The bleeding resistance will go down, so actually taking the boar hide with cold resistance is actually pretty good. I don't want to get rid of it. Like, it followed me so long now. I don't necessarily want to get rid of it, eh? All weapons, yes, that is okay, but not good. Still, I'm thinking health, less damage from beasts. I'm thinking of what can I equip? Well, what can I equip on weapons? Like a life leech, I could. All of the bad things that I have are life leech and energy leech completion bonus, which is super weird. That all of them would come out like that. Physical damage and strength, not so much. Dexterity, that is... that is on armor. We would have the 9% all damage. That's a possibility, but most likely I would then put on here a Valor of Achilles for the extra damage, but also then 20% attack speed or something like that. So yeah, nice find. And the next one would be a shield, right? Shield, I mean, I do have the life leech retaliation, which is actually super cool to have with the 20% or 18% extra physical damage and 10% extra strength. That is super cool, but I guess it would be even cooler to find an upgraded one of this. But I mean, with that one I'm kind of banking on in Epic or at least in Legendary we're gonna find one anyways. Like shields, there's better shields than you can ever find. I actually also like that I bought this for 1.3 million, so we still have 5 million left. So yeah, numbers actually seem... the numbers seem way too strong. How far up I'm with this. Yeah. I guess let's see to Muspelheim. Let's actually make... let's make a comparison. How does this go versus the other one? Here they're gonna hit me for 160, 50, and then they're gonna miss. Hey, I got my Ida. I'm unable to see much here. Especially because they are Yggdrasil stuff, so it's relatively hard to actually get some clean damage numbers from them, as you can see. The constant 7 and 9 damage in between. But hey, maybe that's exactly how it should be. Maybe I can see 7, 10. Maybe that makes it even easier to tell apart. So now I put this on. Have my 700 overall armor. Okay, no, they hit. They hit just as hard. Okay, so that is not an armor stat. But what about you guys? 160, 100, 143. But also 185. So yeah, I can't tell the difference. Not with those enemies anyways. I'm pretty happy that I can cast at all with those guys around. It's kind of... It can sometimes be problematic to even try to cast at all. Okay. I did not get the buff. God damn it. I triggered the buff outside of the range of the shrine. Okay, I have it for tonight. That is enough bugs. So that is content that we will do tomorrow. Tomorrow, the end of Act 5, we're gonna finish normal, deathless. You have my promise for that. But thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Reifendreher and Sylar. I'm gonna see you around, hopefully tomorrow. Like I said, the final boss is still gonna be interesting to look at, and yeah, I'm gonna raid you back over to Kerplunk.